Hello YouTubers, this is Brianna and today I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to do crochet. I've been putting my hair through a lot of stress via sew-ins and things like that, so I started off by shampooing my hair and putting some things in it and letting it sit for 2 days. I used the Motions hair pudding, and then I used a purification mask by Shea Moisture, and then I also used another item by Shea Moisture, the milk, the style milk, and I let it sit for 2 days and then blow dry my hair. The brand of hair I decided to use is Rumba Twist. It's made by Sensational and it's the African collection. And I got color 1B. The package says the hair is 60 inch, so I assume that's the length without it being twisted if you hold it all the way out. But it's pretty decent length. Okay, so now I'm about to begin. You start off by sectioning your hair. I use typically 8 to 9 braids, but you can use as many as you need, but braids that go straight back. It is also a good idea to use clips like I'm using in the video to help keep your hair out of the way so you don't get strands mixed up into other braids. When you begin to do your braid, of course, start at the front and make your way to the back. And for my 8 braids, for my braids that are on the outside, I don't bring them all the way to the back. I join them into the braids next to them just to save space in the back because I have a huge head, so I have to make my braids fit. It's also a good idea not to braid the hair all the way down to the end because since you are going to join in with another braid, it's no point of braiding all the way to the end and just making it more difficult for yourself. Okay, and when it comes to that second braid, you just part it off to the straight to the back like you did the first one, following along the same pattern. I've been doing my own hair for a long time, so I've almost mastered the art of straight parts on my own head. But of course, everybody's parts won't be straight. But for this hairstyle, it really doesn't matter because you won't really see your parts anyway. Of course, you can't forget about sleeking your edges. I use Lotta Body with coconut shea oils controls me edge control, and just put a little bit on your edges just to make them lay down. It's not an edge control I've seen in many places, but I've just started using it and it works wonders. It works a lot better than most of the mainstream companies in their edge control. And just like that first braid, bring the second braid all the way to the back, and you can catch up the end of the first braid when you feel comfortable. Make it one braid. It'll make it a little easier on yourself towards the end. For the braids that do come all the way back, braid them down as far as you can, so when you sew them up at the end of the braids towards the process, it will make it a lot easier on you. Okay, and here I'm parting off the third braid, but by this point you get the gist of it, so I'm just going to fast forward. Okay, finally finished with the braids, and what I did after I braided them up, I took a needle and thread and sewed the braid upwards, flipped it up like so, and then for this one I'm going to start at the top, but I just sewed the braid down so it'll be as flat as possible and not stick up under the twist or anything. And just follow all the way down to the bottom of the braid. And of course, make sure you tie off your thread so it doesn't come loose. I double knot mine just for that extra security. Okay, we have our 8 braids straight to the back. Not the neatest, it's not really a great picture, but it gets the job done. You see they're just all going straight back in a uniform way. Now I would get started with putting the hair in. Okay, you can see this is one strand of the hair. It already comes pre-twisted in a uniform manner, and you don't have to burn the ends or anything. It's already pre-dipped, so it's just like that. And once again, the hair is a rumba twist. Crochet is very easy. You just take the top and wear my fingers through, and that's where you're gonna loop your hair through. So you're gonna take the crochet needle, and you see it has like a little thing that opens and closes for the needle, and that helps so it won't pull your hair and snag on your hair, and help make it easier to just pull the crochet just straight through. And I stuck it through my hair with the needle open. That way once you put it through your hair, you can just stick the crochet twist right in the little slot, close the little latch, and I'm having a little difficulties because I can't see what I'm doing. But you just close the latch and then you just pull it right through. A tidbit I forgot to say is don't braid your hair super tight. Leave a little leniency, because a problem I ran into, I braided my hair a little too tight. So you see me struggling to pull the crochet needle through. But just you have to make it work. Just wiggle and finagle a little bit and it'll come right on through. Just like that. And when you pull it out, just open the latch, take the crochet twist out, and that hole that I was telling you about before, just pull the entire twist through it. You see me doing that now. And then tighten it up, and that is how you install a crochet twist. Okay, and if you need another little redo, don't forget that little latch. Open it. You can see I should have got a little bit closer, but you can see it a little bit. And stick it through the braid with the latch open. Tight braid problems. And then you're going to take the twist. Sorry, I was jamming to a little future. Open at the top. Kind of sometimes helps to stick your finger through it, just so you don't lose place of any strands. Put it in the latch. Close the latch before you pull it through, because it hurts like crap. Doing your own crochet does not always work out the best. And you pull it through, open the latch, and then that same hole, take the twist and put it through. Tighten it like so, and there you go. Making you sit through the whole style is a little redundant, so I just fast forwarded a little bit. For the first 2 braids, I used a pack. Well, the 2 braids on the side, I used a pack for each, and then the 4 braids in the middle, I used a pack on those as well. And I had just enough hair, like perfectly enough amount of hair. But I never see myself move this fast. Here we go. And now we have the finished product. I took a little. This is a combination of oils I have. It's like vitamin E and jojoba oil and things like that. It's just good for your scalp. And I took the time to go through each part and oil them. And, you know, I do that every couple of days because my scalp gets to be really dry sometimes. And then you can really just style it however you want. It's so cute. Follow me on Instagram, TaylorMade, and on YouTube, Breeze Beauty Spot. And I hope you guys tune in for my next video. Have a great time. Until next time.